Hey, it's Rob from Wheelworx Bike Shop in Dublin. I've no idea what this one is. It's a bike that I sold back in February. This is May, so I can't remember what the colour is. It's a Domane SLR 6, which is the 105 Shimano 105 Di2. I can't remember what the colour is, if it's a custom one or a stock one. So I'm sort of looking forward to seeing what it is as well. Oh yeah, this is the first one of these. I've been waiting for this for a long time. It's not even available anymore, so if you like it, you can't order it. So this is really cool. And it would be much better if it was a sunny day, because it's one of the flippy colours. This one's called Axinite, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, I've been looking forward to seeing this. This is the first one of these we've had. Yeah, we were sort of late on this bandwagon, but we've sold a couple of them. So the Axinite is one of the paint schemes that changes colour. It sort of has copper and brown and gold and purple in it, I think. So I'm looking forward to seeing this one. It's a shame the sun was out earlier. Oh yeah, that's really nice. It's got it sort of fades into a black at the back, and it's got the colour change at the front. So when we get it together, we'll bring it out on a day when the sun is shining. I think it's being collected next week, so we'll have a couple of days. Hopefully we'll get a video of it in the sun before it goes out. The Trek logo is faded the opposite way around to the way the paint scheme is, and it sort of fades to a sort of a coppery colour down the bottom here, and you got purple in it as well. That's really nice. The Domane is Trek's endurance bike. The SLR 6 is the SLR is the highest range, and the 6 is the entry level in the highest range. So it's either a Shimano 105 Di2 or it could be SRAM rival Axis. This is the Shimano version. Really nice gold details. The name is in gold on the top, Domane, and the logo here, Mark IV, is the 4th generation, and the bolts are in gold. And then the Domane has this cool little door in the frame where your mini tool, Chad nearly got a bang of a car there. Good man, Shadow, don't move. So your mini tool mounts in the door, your bottle cage stays on top of that, and then inside in the frame there's a tool wrap, and your CO2 nozzle, your tire levers and your tube all fit in there, and they wrap up. They go inside the frame, and it's important that when you're putting that inside the frame that you leave the tab available at the bottom. That's the door, and then we'll keep going with the unwrapping. I'm supposed to say this every time on the video, and I forget all the time, but if you like the videos and the content, give it a subscribe and a like and a share and all that sort of rubbish. So the Domane comes with a 32mm tyre as standard. It can take up to a 38mm. It can also take a gravel tyre, and it can take full mud guards. So there's hidden mounts in the fork, inside the fork here, inside the frame back here, down at the bottom of the frame, and in the bottom of the seat stays. So you can run full length, fully integrated mud guards on it. I've been riding the Domane through the Irish winter for the older version of this, 4 or 5 years, I'd say. So they're obviously very comfortable being an endurance bike. You're running a bigger tyre. They have an ISO speed decoupler in the frame. And what an iso-speed decoupler is, it's effectively like a little shock absorber in the frame. Your seat tube is basically mounted on a bearing system that's able to flex, so it absorbs a lot of the road vibration. So they're a very, very comfortable bike. The new generation, this one, the 4th generation of the Domane, is lighter than the existing one, so it's very popular for sportifs, the hillier sportifs where you're doing a lot of climbing, but you still want to be comfortable. I used to think the Manis were like for, you know, old people. Turns out we all end up becoming old people at some stage, which is a bit shite. But anyway, I resisted riding the Domane for a long time because I thought it was like for old guys. I quite like it now, but that's probably because I'm turning into an old guy as well. Anyway, some people would probably tell me that I'm already an old guy. It is a new RCS stem, yeah, and that's got a nice feature in that your cables run through this little cap underneath here. So it's not integrated, but it gives the appearance of integration. So your cables are hidden, but this little cap pops off, so it's very easy to change stem length, which you can't do if it's fully integrated. So your cables are going to be under the bar tape to here, and then you're going to have a very small piece of cable visible just here at the front, and then it's hidden in the stem underneath. But that integration or semi-integration is still very easy to adjust. So if we need to change stem length, it's exactly the same as changing it on a normal stem or handlebar, because your cables aren't running internally through the bar. It's very easy to change bar width as well, and there is a trend now for narrower handlebars to improve aerodynamics. The head badge on this paint scheme is gold, which is also very cool. That's a really nice little detail. So you've got a lot of these little gold details around the frame. There's some, the SLR logo on the frame is gold as well. That's really, really nice. It's quite subtle. In this light, it's not as in your face as some of the older flip paints that they did. It's much more subtle, but it's really cool. I think it'll be very nice when we get it out in the sun, so I'm looking forward to that. Don't know if you can see any of that flip, any of the way it changes. Changing from purple to, you can see it probably a bit more on the top tube. The copper and the purple coming through. That's really nice. So we'll get this one in. I don't think it's due out for a few days, so we'll definitely have at least one sunny day before it goes, and we'll get some more videos and photo of it out in the sun so that you can see how that one flips. But there's not an awful lot of those Axinites around, certainly not in Ireland. We didn't get an awful lot of them in. I think there's this one and we've one more due, and I haven't seen an awful lot more of them in shops, so it's going to be one of the rarer colors. That's really nice though, I like that. So that's the Domane SLR6. I'm Rob from Wheelworx Bike Shop in Dublin. If you made it this far, thanks very much for watching, and give it a subscribe and a like and all that sort of stuff. Okay.